Someone is saying that the Mujtahid Sharif, he's, saying things which are true, which are correct. We cannot deny them, but we don't want to listen to them. Now, what kind of lame excuse is that? That's what you call, again, we know what he's saying is correct. It's all true, but we just don't want to listen to him. Mujtahid Sharif, Muhammad Abdul Fattah, M.A. Fattah, whoever, by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of Jibreel, Mikael, Israfil, Azrael, there will be absolutely no escape from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He is the one who has revealed this Quran and has entrusted it to the hearts that keep it, the hearts that retain it. It's not the fact that one says, we have a lot of hufaz now in a lot of hafizas. We need no more. We need a whole lot more. Just as many doctors. We need more hufaz al-Quran. We need more imams, more alim and alimas. We need more muftiyas. We need the education of the Quran for our children and the generations to come to liberate us away from this colonial capitalist society, which has most certainly taken us away from the Quran. And it's taken us away to a point where, again, when we hear the truth, many Muslims would like to say about how the Bible is changed and there's corruption in the Bible. You know what? 99% of those who are talking do not know their own Quran. So why are they looking into something else? If you don't know your Quran, you cannot be practicing your Quran. You cannot be living Quran. I can't be living the Quran if I don't practice the Quran. It doesn't matter who you are. It is very clear, very simple. And people have taken it and made it into something other than Islam. There is no discipline in this form of Islam that you have today. When you see children, disrespectful of their parents, of the wombs that bore them, when was this allowed in Islam? When kids are telling their parents what to do and making fun at them because they can't speak good English. This is what your children are doing. This is the behavior that they have. And all the other forms that they disrespect you with. And you know it. But what do? You decide that, as long as they go to college and get a comfortable life, that's going to be good enough. Seriously? Do you really believe that? Like there's no hereafter. That's what that means. There is no hereafter. Allah is not going to ask you how much of the Quran did you teach them? Did you make sure that they had? Allah is not going to ask you, did you make sure that they knew their shahada and that they lived by their shahada? Allah is not. So you have no responsibility for that. But what are you more worried about? They get a good job at the doctor's office. What we're talking about is very, very, very important when realizing that associating other with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. Associating is associating with Allah. This is shirk. People, I received enough texts about stop informing us. I received a lot more texts warm regarding dua. I also got some texts which gave feedback. These texts, these memos, these reports, they're saying, yeah, we know, you really are, saying this, that, but people are not comfortable with, what you're saying, so, what you all are publishing. So since people are not, can't you change? Can't you change it a little bit? Can't you be flexible? Just like you've been flexible with your masters over there in your luxurious condominiums, in your state and corporate and private sectors of I should say, the government of the governing body of the land today in the United States? Sure. Just don't count on it. Why? Because we don't find it in the Quran. Never does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to change what he is doing in terms of the revelation that he has conveyed. When the revelation came down as it was coming, it enforced Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Our brother was uplifted. Our brother was prepared to be in the thick of the battle. Our brother, he knew that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was still with him, and as long as Allah is with us, then absolutely no one can deter us. As long as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us the honor. Certainly, there are many directives to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. None of them is, since people are, doing